All right, so today's assignment for December 4th, we did systems of equations from word problems. I gave you guys some keywords to figure out when we're going to add. We see sum, total, more than, and then one that was in our first problem, altogether. So you can add that to the adding column. If you see words like difference, less than, minus, that means to subtract. Product times twice of per, that means to multiply. And then division, quotient, group, half, third, and so on would be to divide. And then the last thing I added there was when you're going to put an equal sign. If you see the word is, was, were, that's where our equal sign goes. On our first problem, the bad thing is that there weren't very many keywords, but altogether. So altogether, it's kind of like the same word as total. So it says that you have altogether 26 coins. So that's a total of coins. Set it equal. It has to be addition, the two variables that we're talking about, and then set equal to that total. All right, so that's our first total. Now the other total that they gave us, but they don't tell us it's a total, is $5. So we're talking about dimes and quarters. So it's also a total, but it's a total of money. So you use the same variables, D and Q, dimes and quarters, but for total money, you have to include the value of money for dimes and quarters. So you use 0.10 and 0.25. So those are our two equations, our systems. After that, you just have to go to the calculator and do what we did yesterday. Hit menu, algebra, solve systems, okay. And that's it. So the hard part is writing the equation. So number 2, second example, is perimeter. Just like number 1 in our homework, hint, hint. It said we had a perimeter, so it actually, you're supposed to be using the same equation for perimeter for every single time they use the word perimeter. So 2L plus 2W is the equation for perimeter. If you're on number 1 right now for the homework, this is the equation for perimeter. Copy it. Now in the notes, it said it equal to 48 because of the notes, it says it's 48 centimeters. In the homework, it says 90. So the only difference is you put 90 instead of 48. That's our first equation. Then our second equation, you follow exactly what it says. Length L is equals twice 2 times the width. So you're looking for those keywords, and then you just put them in the calculator, and it gives you the length and the width. Third problem. Now, it tells us that you sold 438 tickets, and then it tells us how much each ticket was worth, and then it tells us the total amount that we made. So again, they're actually giving us two totals. So totals are always easier because it's always addition. It's always the same variables, and you set it equal to total tickets and total money. The one that has the total money should include the value of money for each ticket. Then you go menu, algebra, solve systems, type it in, gives you the answer. Number 4, it does give you one total. It said total of CDs. So we set it addition to 108 because it's a total of 108 tickets. CDs. I did change it so that X is first week and Y is second week. So if you are going to use X and Y, please label what they represent. So that was the easiest equation, just X plus Y equals 108 because it's a total of 108 CDs that they sold. The second equation, you actually have to read and go step by step. First week, we use X because X represents first week. They sold, so equals 4 more than, addition, 3 times the second week or this week. So 3 times Y. All right. Now, the last example, we look for keywords. The easiest one is always total. It says there's a total of 53 teachers going. They're talking about men and women. So men plus women equals a total of 53 because it's 53 teachers going. Then the other equation comes from this second sentence right here. The number of women attending was, so W equals 5 more than 5 plus twice the number of men. So 2 times n. So if you just look for those keywords, it'll help you write that equation. So the first part in our homework, if I find it, where is it? Did you take out my homework? Oh, there it is. It asked for perimeter. The backside was our homework. So first one, keyword is perimeter. So you have to write the equation for perimeter. That's our first equation. The second one, watch out for that less than. It says length is, so L equals. Everybody write that down if you haven't written it down. Length, L equals. Can I borrow your pencil? I'm not a lefty, but. Now it equals what? 5 less than 4 times the width. Well, less than is a very specific keyword, guys, where whatever's in front of the less than has to go behind the minus. Whatever's behind the less than has to go in front of the minus. So watch out for that one. But this first equation should be super easy because it's the equation of perimeter, and you set it equal to 90. All right.